I'm gonna have to spawn
the
another.
one problem.
I'm gonna. Let's go up, dude. I'll come to you. Oh no! No, no, no. Oh no.
Let's do this.
This is so much harder than I thought it would be. Okay.
Yeah, I can hover at one spot.
Yeah, stay there. Okay. Don't turn. No, no, no. Now you're getting tricky. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it your tail? Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. That's RazorTube. We're part of the Boyfriend Squad. Oh no! No, no, no. We're good. We're going over the Rust Council Beta progress for week 5 in May. And as soon as we land this, we'll give you the proper intro. We're trying to get close to each other, but it didn't work out. So yeah, we're going over some of the progress that we've seen on the commit list. And if you've been watching our channels for a while, we've been kind of following the development as we are super excited for the Rust console beta coming for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. And the next generation consoles as well, but we're more concerned with the ones we can play with immediately. Woo, that was pretty good. You want to give us daytime there, Master Razor? Did I say who I was? Did I start this properly? I don't even know if I did. You guys typing it in. Okay. We're going to get blinded here for a second. But yeah, we're going over the commit list that D11 has in Facepunch. Facepunch being the mothership, D11 being the studio that's doing the port. Sorry, everybody's blind. We're going to go up here. And again, that's RazorTube. We also play with BioLazer. He'll be joining us on the console beta as well, as we both, all three of us, the Boyfriend Squad, will be manning on console when that does hit. And also playing the beta for a long time. And again, we're the Boyfriend Squad. So, okay, let's go over some of these goodies we got here for week 5. Oopsie. There we go. Progress week 5. For the old Rust beta. We went over a lot of different things, and as you know, if you guys have been watching this, the skins are also definitely, they look like they're definitely going to be a thing inside of the beta as well, just for testing, and there's also more things to show that they've been working on those right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the old list. We have a couple commits here. We do have, actually, let me walk back over here real quick. Probably should have done this to start with. And I know they did say that they're going to be releasing the companion app in July, and July 2nd is the first Thursday of the month, so it's definitely going to be, you won't. Boom. So these pieces and parts will actually be very useful as soon as that comes out. And we've got the, basically you can trigger things from your companion app, and then this will be something that can give you messages. And again, RazorTube and I will both have videos on this, and specific builds as well that'll help you see why these are useful and why they're so OP and they're going to be so legit. Okay, so let me go back to the old list over here. Let's get, you're so creepy. We'll go over here and we'll hit a few things that we did notice on the commit list. And we'll talk about something that I think could very well be a thing. RazorTube and I were talking about this, and I was like, you know what? I think it's creeping, man. I think it's creeping. Is that an airdrop? It is. Another airdrop? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, back to the commit list. We're seeing latest voice chat fixes. Oh, we should also say, RazorTube and I have both covered this, but it's worth mentioning because people still don't know. Crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation is going to be a thing, and most likely will be in the beta. I have a video on that. I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. If you're wondering about that, we talk about that over there. And again, RazorTube also does updates as well. So if you're looking for console updates and console Rust players, we're it, man. We're the dudes. So consider dropping a subscribe and turning on those notifications. And it's a good way, if you're watching both of us or subscribe to both of us, you'll know when the beta happens, because we're basically going to be playing it until we pass out in our chair. Just saying. All right, let's go over that commit list again. Okay, so we're looking at voice chat changes. There are a couple things in here that kind of stood out. I actually usually have these isolated, but I don't this time. Okay, so we're seeing my background settings, XMA and the Xbox. We saw like a Unity fix, nothing major, but we're seeing a lot of these encrypted things, and we're going to bring that up here in a little bit. We both have a theory on that. I can hear you whizzing that past. Temperatures and animation curves fix incorrect values at nighttime. That's more like gameplay balancing. This was interesting. Hearing your own voice on the Xbox for the quality assurance team. to test whilst I investigate further. Also showing that there's in-game voice chat. Honestly, I think these people will do Face Punch and Double 11. Will definitely do voice chat right. We don't know what it's going to be like yet, but we do know it'll be in-game and then like some sort of party system. Whether it's incorporated in the system or not, but I think it's going to be good. I think we'll be able to like communicate to our party and then also communicate in game. I guess it'll really determine how we choose to play in game, because you know when we play DayZ on Xbox, we prefer to just use in-game chat all the time. I know it like makes it harder for us, but I kind of like the realism of it. Anyways, let's go back to the old list here.
I have a question.
Certainly.
Do you think that they're gonna have the separate voice chats where you could be in a party with your boys and then you could talk in game?
I think so, yeah.
Do you think that might be some of the fixes that they might be working on?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, we saw like back in DayZ times early, and it's not in the game now, but early in early access for the Xbox, we saw the ability for us to be in party chat and then permeate party chat and then talk in game while still being in party chat. And I think if they're going to do a system like that, I think they'll do it right. So we'll see. I don't know. That's me speculating, but chat is such a big part of this game. I don't think they would just let it slide. I think it's a big part of it. And them just working on this here and seeing voice chat changes across the board week over week also shows that they're definitely addressing that, which is nice, because you know voice chat has been broken on DayZ before, and let's be honest, our toggle to chat has been broken on DayZ on Xbox for a long time. I don't even think they're gonna fix it back to toggle on anymore, which kind of sucks. But all right, so to go back here, we have craft menu workbench panel and selected BP info correctly changes red and green based on whether or not you meet the workbench requirements. That's an interesting UI change. Again, we haven't seen anything along the lines for. Don't breathe in your own spit. It's bad. Oh my goodness. It's got the sickness. Oh my goodness. Hopefully that wasn't terribly loud. Was that bad? I need to drink some.
No, you're fine.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, dude. I don't know what that was all about. What was I saying? Oh my. Oh my goodness. I think whew. Okay, so I didn't see anything yet on what our button schema is going to be. Schema for PlayStation 4 or Xbox, but this is nice that they're, you know, punching through that. And again, we're seeing more of these encrypted things, and we'll cover that here in a second. I saw something about graphics cards and then the Unity engine fix, which had to do with hardware. Nothing super crazy. Fixed critical health rumble, replicating to all nearby players. You could use it as like a sonar, actually. Scriptable render pipeline immediate drawing. That's more like back-end stuff. Okay, here's another one. I mean, we broke the whole skin thing being in the game, and then it potentially being in the beta stuff first, like the BoiFriendSquad. But this also points to, during this week, they worked on skin preloading fixes. If you ever look at, I don't think we can actually get it to replicate here, but if you see a skin on something, sometimes you'll see like a little circle around there. It just means that the skins are loading in on that particular thing. And honestly, they wouldn't have those things unless there were skins in the game. So again, it just confirms what we've already, you know, found in the past. So it's nice that it's there. And it looks like it'll be in the beta.
Yeah, which is great. It confirms a lot. Just to chime in, I was saying on one of my past videos that they might have like an actual like test version of the skin store on the beta. Now, whether or not they're gonna have like whether or not you get to keep the skins you buy in the beta, or
it might just give you a stipend in cash or something, and it's all like
exactly.
Okay,
they might refund you and give you some, you know, in-game currency, or they could give you sweet, dude. They could give you sweet beta skins and be like, you're the OG, you know, from Xbox or PlayStation.
I just want a pair of pants that show my cheeks. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, those are called chaps.
Oh, sweet. Okay, great. All right, so let's go back down here. Hackable crate laptop exploit fix. Just me kind of rambling on this a little bit. I wonder if that's one of the exploit things they fixed on the main branch, but it kind of punched through here on the console side, which is... I didn't even know that was an exploit, but again, this just shows you how strong the studio is at finding exploits and capping them. Since we will not be dealing with hackers, on the console, one of the things that can absolutely ruin any game experience is hackers and exploits. And so exploits definitely fall in the realm of the developer fixing those things, because those are things we do not have control over. Just the fact that they're on top of this already, didn't even know this was an exploit, and they're already capping that kind of stuff, it reaffirms the fact that this is the studio, these are the people that are going to make this such a great experience for console, because we won't be dealing with hackers. And if exploits are fixed, I mean, imagine playing Ark and DayZ with no exploits. I'm just saying. Wrap your head around that for a second. I think I'm still choking from earlier. Okay, so check this out. We got the demo stuff, the controllers, added a check for controllers not being registered to PlayStation. That has to do with controllers being DC'd and DC'd, and then reconnecting. Just a lot of like fixes here. We got the sync stuff. This kind of bleeds into last week. Okay, so this is one of the bigger things we wanted to cover, and I'm sure some of these other things are pertinent, but I think this is one of the bigger ones, and we're just going to go ahead and say this now. I think with all of these blurred out pieces here, we've really been following this a lot, and with the car beta currently being a thing right now on PC, I should say vehicle beta, that's what we'll call it. We're talking about the console beta, but the reason why that's so important is A, it's coming for us on the full release, and we were asking ourselves, is this coming for the beta? Because that will really let us know when the beta might happen, or at least tell us when it won't, and then in turn tell us, you know, a handful of months where it could happen. Now again, this is 100% speculation, but I honestly believe the companion app, the new notification blocks, I think the car, and I think all of the new updates are coming for our beta. And you ready for this? I think they've been in the closed beta, and they've been testing it before it even came out on Live Branch on the PC. Does that blow your mind? It should.
Yeah.
I think the companion app's going to tie in, and get this, so they also said in July the companion app and these parts are coming. They've also said the full-blown version of the vehicles are coming in July. So which basically means in like a month. Like we've got like a week and a month left before it's July.
To be specific, it's July 2nd when the vehicles come out. And you heard it here first from us. I think that with the vehicles coming out and the companion app, I see the beta just ripping through, and all those encrypted messages you see on the commit list, and if it's okay for me to say our thoughts, I think it's coming soon, and I think it's going to be July. And I think there's too many hidden pieces, and if you put it together, I think they've been, like Jade Monkey saying, to reiterate, they're working on all these things on the console, and they're trying to wrap everything up in a nice big present for us in July. It's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait. And that's just speculation. That's 110% speculation. But like Jade Monkey saying, I'm thinking that these items are pointing to the beta release on console.
Yeah, 100%. Like RazorTube and I were talking about this beforehand. Let me just tab over to this list. And you can see, you'll see these encrypted messages here, but this is all for the console branch. So these all pertain to the console stuff. Now, we're currently in the middle of the vehicle beta. If you look through this list, you won't see as many of these hidden messages as you do right now for this week, which also says, what are they actively working on right now? They're working on the vehicle beta, and we've been playing it. RazorTube and I have been streaming it, playing it, and we know they've been making daily changes, multiple daily changes. Check this out. Oh, that's pretty good. So I think these are vehicle beta changes. I think these are companion app changes. I think even possibly the foundation stuff, because another reason why we lean on this and say that it's probably going to happen early July to mid-July at the best case scenario. And possibly what's after like August? Yes, August. I think later in August. But I think because Gary's always said he wants these versions to be, you know, neck and neck, the PC version and the console version, it does kind of point towards that. Here's another reason why we're saying this. The foundation changes, the ramps, I'm like pointing and you guys can't see, the ramps for vehicles, the notification stuff, the companion app, the triangle hatch frames, the triangle changes, the new building blocks are all coming in July. That's a lot of things all at once, don't you think? And it seems like maybe they're trying to push for a specific date now. So I don't know, just the more and more we keep peeling through this, playing the vehicle beta, seeing all these changes come through, I think that's the range for it. We don't know. Again, we're guessing at this point based off of like information we're getting, speculation, but I really think that there's a strong case to be said or to be had for a July, mid to early July. And I think these cover-ups here, these encrypted pieces, I mean, look at this, back to back. I think these have a lot to do with those changes that we're currently dealing with, the things we haven't seen yet. And, you know, in order to protect that release date, because they don't know yet necessarily, but I think they're shooting for July, I think that's another reason why these are blocked off. And to answer anybody's question that's asking, have you tried to decrypt these? Have you looked behind the scenes? Yes, yes, and yes. These are definitely just rando characters, just so you know. I've already looked. That's like the first thing I did. Just to see if we could somehow reverse engineer it and see if the encryption was done like client-side or not. But anyways, so I thought that was kind of interesting because RazorTube and I were talking about it. I was like, dude, I got a feeling this is coming, man. I wish it was in June. I wish it was like right freaking now in May. But I really think there's a strong case to be had that this thing is gonna hit us. PlayStation 4 and Xbox sometime in July. I think latest in August. Like the more I'm thinking about this, the more these things kind of come together. It just makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Throw it down in the comments down below. Let us know. Be sure to stay tuned to my channel and RazorTube. We are the Boyfriend Squad along with BioLazer. We'll be keeping you up to date with all the console information. We'll also be playing and maining on console. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for this game to come out on console, dude. It's going to be so sick. Bye-bye, hackers.
Yeah, it's basically, right? I can't wait to play this game and not like have to worry about questioning somebody's shot. I can just be like, that was a legit shot. Thanks. Thanks for melting my face. But yeah, we'll keep you abreast of the situation. Any new information we get during the week, we'll be sure to push it out there. Because there's been some good stuff happening. There's a lot of movement, and it's got me so excited to get my dirty little meat sticks all over this freaking beta. And RazorTube and I will be playing here on the PC in the meantime until we actually have our mittens on there. Go ahead and jump in. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll also be releasing some cool footage we've had from the vehicle beta. You guys will see just how crazy the vehicle beta has been. We should be releasing it throughout the coming weeks here. So yeah, love ya, bye, and hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream / video. And we out of here. Do I not have gasoline here? I do. Yeah! Shoot that LR, dude.